Amanda the Adventurer 2's demo is filled with secrets that you probably missed in your initial playthrough. This video is not only going to cover those secrets, but also hidden details that you might have missed as well. We're going to be breaking down each moment of the demo step by step, and I think by the end of this video, it will change the way you look at Amanda forever. So if that sounds good to you, grab your popcorn and a drink and let's go ahead and take a deep dive in. So for starters, we actually get a lot of secrets in the menu alone. As you enter the game, there's a TV screen with a VHS connected to it that seems to be playing friendly music and harmless enough. However, if you hover over the main menu for too long, you'll notice some dark secrets. For one, if you slow this sequence down, you'll notice through the cracks in the TV screen, different things begin to pop up. First a creepy looking eye, and then what looks to be a human's heart, followed by a secret code, and the most horrifying of all, a screen that says, "Let me out." This obviously brings up questions. For one, is this Amanda speaking to us throughout the screen? Or is it some type of demon-possessed entity that is screaming for us to release it out into the public? One thing that we do know based off Amanda 1 and 2 is that there is no shortage of demons looking to be freed, and Amanda might just have one inside of her, but more on that later. Once you hit the start button, you arrive at the library. This library is the Kensdale Public and is the main part of Amanda the Adventurer 2 and has been teased at in the teaser trailer. We are once again playing as Riley Park, who is looking to get some more answers on the mysterious tapes found inside of their attic. The library itself looks to be closed, maybe even abandoned after quite some time, but you'll notice if you walk over to the librarian's desk, there's actually a note that seems to be left for either us or somebody else in the vicinity. After further investigation, however, you notice someone by the name of Sophie left a note for Margaret. Now these types of notes aren't out of the normal for a game like Amanda the Adventurer. Filled with secrets, you realize that there's a lock underneath the desk that you need to find the code to, and there are 5 books spread out throughout the library that somebody new might have put back. These books will contain the code for the lock itself, which eventually will give us a secret tape that you need to play in the children's place. Now, after doing some searching throughout the entirety of the library, you'll find a few books that have codes and some that don't. But what's important about the books is when you open up the front cover, you're looking for initials. If you take these books over to the library scanner, you're able to see the last person that checked out each one of these books. For example, the book here on the screen has a J and a P in it with the number 6. Once scanning the book, you realize that Jonathan Pratt was the first person on that list. This coincides to the code lock formation. That 6 is going to now go into the first place of the code. And after finding a few more books, you realize that the code is 6358, which will then unlock the secret VHS tape that starts us on our new journey for Amanda the Adventurer 2. But beware, this is filled with secrets. One of them being the fact that when the tape itself starts up, notice the Amanda the Adventurer logo looks a bit different. For one, there's a big character missing. And if you haven't guessed it, that character is Wooly, which looks like he's been burned out of the actual logo. But now, why is this? Does this have anything to do with the trailer, where Wooly seems to be wanting to tell us something? Or did he finally get his wish to be taken out of the show? But if he's taken out of the show, what does that mean? We already know, thanks to Wooly's words in the trailer, that the producers of Amanda the Adventurer like to play dirty. The question is, how dirty did they play? Maybe potentially even offing Wooly? There's plenty of theories on that, but we'll save those for another video. However, once the show begins to play on the screen, you notice a friendly Amanda looking to be placed inside of her own living room, saying her usual, "Hi, I'm Amanda." She gives us this whole speech about finding places and going places, anywhere that you can imagine. However, when she says "at least in our imaginations we can," you can see the sadness in her face. This is interesting from Amanda because we've only seen 2 sides of her. One that's very happy and energetic, or annoyed and angry to the point where a demon literally comes out of her body. But now we get a new realization that maybe Amanda doesn't want to be in this show anymore. It could either be the fact that she doesn't want to be the producer's puppet, or she was never intended to be here in the first place. She asks us an important question of who we would like to visit. Anyone in the world, who would it be? I typed in Freddy Fazbear. I believe my brother tried to type out Einstein. But the point of the matter is, no matter what you type in, she says that's a great answer. She then asks us to help her plan her trip and has 5 different images on her wall, each image with its coinciding dollar amount, which she will then use her coins to get to. Now, in order to get these coins, they need to come from inside of her piggy bank there on the screen. She asks us for 2 options, either smash it or unplug it, but I will tell you it doesn't matter either way. She'll either smash it with a giant hammer or she'll throw it across the room, which probably results in it breaking to begin with. Either way, it exposes 5 new coins for Amanda to now use on her travel allowance. The first place that she would like to travel to is France, and that's going to cost 2 coins, while the next place she oddly refers to as the Isle of Dead Dolls. Oddly enough, she's referring to Mexico City, and a magic train ride there will cost her about 3 coins. However, as she's explaining this, something pops up from underneath the sofa. If you zoom in close enough, you'll realize this is some sort of possum. Amanda notices this possum almost as if it's annoyed her once in the past, but this new character is almost forgotten about. She pretends as if it never even showed up to begin with, trying to take our attention away from it. She says, anyway, and then spends the remaining 3 coins she has left in her budget. However, one thing that I did want to point out, if you look at Amanda's hand here, there's something odd about it. There's no 5-finger hand. It's a 4-finger hand, one with 1 thumb and 3 fingers. Now, this could just be some way of the development team missing an important step into the human biology, or it could be the fact that maybe something was torturing her, potentially even pulling a finger from her body. But that's for another video, as she now needs to find more coins. Now, she asks us to help her sell some of her favorite toys. And for whatever reason, the only toy that she wants to sell is the chicken. She claims that when she was feeling really bad and scared, that Mr. Rooster helped her laugh through those times, and hopefully someone can get that same feeling. But let's dissect her words here a little bit. You can once again see the true emotion coming from Amanda, explaining that she was scared and terrified at some point, and this rooster helped her get through those times. But who gave this to her? Was it a parent? Was it a friend? Or somebody who's no longer with her? Either way, she seems to be able to give up the toy with ease, tossing it up into the heavens and getting it replaced with coins for her next adventure. The rooster itself costs 3 coins, which are now in her budget. However, what she says next is once again disturbing. She wants to learn a little bit more about history and takes interest in Jack the Ripper, the serial killer from London. The problem is, a trip to London will cost her 4 coins. Lucky for her though, she oddly remembers that she has 1 more coin stashed away inside of her pocket. Taking out that 4th coin with excitement, something interrupts her. That same possum from underneath the sofa pops out and tries to take her coins away, ferociously biting at her ankles until she tells it to get away. Eventually, it gets the best of her, knocking all the coins out of her hand and takes one down underneath the sofa with it. Amanda begins to have a temper tantrum, screaming and wailing, crying, and asks us where we can help her find more coins. And of course, she finds her solution stuffed inside of the sofa cushions. The sofa cushions help her find 3 more coins, giving her now 6 in total. She pays her 4 to the doll there, gets in the train, and heads on to her adventure. However, she says something once again pretty sad, that she wishes she could see the rest of the world, as she slowly rides in a circle on her play train. And that's where the first VHS tape ends. But I'll tell you, the demo is not over quite yet, as the demon version of Amanda bursts through the roof and hands us a tape that says, "Watch me." And that's where things get really interesting. If you pop this tape into the VHS player, you find Amanda no longer in the living room, but instead in her own bedroom, sitting next to a lamp with her head down, looking quite depressed. She even says it gets quite lonely in here at night. The TV gets interrupted, however, showing Amanda on another one of her adventures, holding a shovel, saying there's a secret toy somewhere in the woods. And then it tunes back into a glimpse of Amanda's room again, telling us it makes her think about something before the TV glitches out and shows Amanda almost looking abandoned inside of a hidden forest. And it proceeds on to glitching in between Amanda's home life and her adventures, showing what depicts her living this life forced into adventures and entertaining the children who watch her show, but the deep, hard confusion, wishing she can escape this reality. And that's when it tunes back to her wearing something completely different, something we've never seen Amanda wear before. It looks like a black jacket with striped black and white pants. She says that we shouldn't talk about this. Now, what exactly is she talking about? Is she talking about her true feelings towards the show, wishing that she could get out of it, or something even more sinister? My theory is that she knows somebody is watching her at all times. However, in her bedroom, I think she's doing a personal vlog to anyone who might get their hands on this tape. But the video continues to bounce back and forth between her reality in the bedroom and more adventures, showing that she's able to put on this face of happiness even though she's feeling so alone and depressed inside of her room, trapped here for who knows how long. But that's when she gets annoyed, claiming that somebody didn't help her. And she's shouting at the camera, pointing at it, and saying that they better find something different before it goes completely to static. Eventually showing her back inside of her room, looking down at the floor, until she eventually realizes her reality, that she's going to be trapped here no matter what, as she smiles back at the camera and says,
"But I guess we all get a little scared at night, right? What are you afraid of?"
And this is where things turn for the most evil and terrifying. Amanda staring at the camera, now zoomed into her face, wearing that black outfit with these striped pants. And she begins to laugh out loud. But this is no regular laugh. This is sinister. This is evil. Something has switched inside of Amanda's mind. And there is a demon-like presence that pops up on the screen for a brief second. But when you slow it down, that's when you notice it. And unfortunately for us, this is where the video ends. The demo comes to an end, eventually zooming out to that same main menu. But what can you tell based off this demo alone? For one, Amanda is definitely not happy to be inside of this screen. She shares the same thoughts and visions that Wooly did in the teaser, wanting to be freed from this horrible TV show, but knowing that there's no escape. I believe that this turned her so crazy that the version of her with the black outfit and the striped pants is a more evil version where she realizes her true reality. In my eyes, this outfit represents her loss of hope. And that's why it literally drives her insane, showing her laughter, and then the demon finally gets a hold of her, eventually turning her into the Amanda the Adventurer demon form that we now know. However, this is just another sad case of a little girl pushed into the life of stardom every single day, not living a life of her own, but being there to bring joy and happiness that she no longer has to the viewers. And no matter what she'll do, she'll never escape this tormented life. But we'll find out more in Amanda the Adventurer 2's full release, which is coming out in the fall. And if you haven't already, make sure you hit that wish list button on the Steam page. But guys, that wraps up this theory video here. Hopefully you enjoyed this full breakdown of the demo, and if you do want to see more videos just like this, do me a big favor, make sure you hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and I'll see you in the next one. Till then, peace out!